everyone, and welcome to another episode of BS Drunk Movie Reviews. This is a weekly podcast, and we do upload the video version to our YouTube channel, so please check that out. My name is Vetta, and as always, I am joined by my brother, Matt.
Hey, everybody.
And today we have a special guest. My best friend, Lindsey, is here.
Yeah. Hi! Oh, so that's right. I forget. Hi, I'm sorry. I was taking my first Jello shot. You could buy them at the gas station now.
Nice.
And on this episode, we are going to be talking about the movie Mayhem.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so before we get started talking about the movie, we know Lindsey is doing Jello shots. Do you have another drink to accompany those?
Red Stripe. Because before I watched the movie, I saw in the trailer that they had a red stripe in their eyeball. So when I was at the gas station at the last minute preparing for this, even though I knew a week ago we were doing it, I was like, what would be appropriate? Red stripe. Perfect.
Nice.
Love it. Matt, what are you drinking?
I am having what is called an electric mayhem. And it's not red, it's green, but it is apple vodka and apple pucker and then melon liqueur with some, and it's got
you guys are so fancy.
Well, it was supposed to have a garnish of like limes and shit in it, but I was like, I'm not cutting up a bunch of limes. I was like, what's the point?
It's already fancy, dude.
Yeah, and I don't need limes. I don't need to look good. I just need it to taste good.
Oh, cool. I like your background with the mayhem going on.
That was on purpose.
No way. I thought it was just totally nice.
This is a coincidence. All right. And I am drinking a legalized mayhem.
Mm-hmm, nice.
It's got rum. It's supposed to have peppermint in it, but I don't like peppermint, so I omitted that. So it has rum, blood orange liqueur, a little bit of molasses, like a pomegranate molasses that you can get at the liquor store, lime juice, beer, and club soda. Alrighty, so today we're talking about Mayhem. Before we get started, you guys watched the trailer. What did you think just from the trailer?
Lindsey, why don't you go ahead?
Well, I have a few answers to that. I was very intrigued. We're just talking about the movie. Okay. Very intrigued. This is going to be a good virus movie. This is going to be good. Like, you could tell, but everyone knows the marking. And then I was like, mayhem. Vetta and I are mayhem. PTSD. She's fucking with me. It has a special meaning for me. Mayhem. Because, we play Overwatch.
Yeah.
They sucker me into going into something I have no idea what's going on. And why doesn't anybody die? And I die.
Right on.
It's literally called Mayhem.
But I had high hopes for it. And I'll leave it at that for now.
Right on. Yeah, I thought the movie looked, interesting when I first saw the trailer too, because, I was just like, all right, well, this, it kind of reminded me of that Belko experiment, just a little bit different, like stuck in a building, but you got to kill people and stuff. But I was like, all right, let's check this sucker out.
Well, and I love Glenn from Walking Dead, so
right
he's good at that kind of stuff.
I liked it that it was a virus movie without the virus making everyone zombies. Because in most virus movies, they're zombies. So it was nice.
It was intriguing to see the trailer, yes.
Yeah. All right. So we'll get started here with our likes. Lindsey.
I have quotes I liked.
Nice. Let's hear.
You hated the movie, but I did the homework, so I'm reading them.
Go for it. Let's do it.
No one raindrop thinks it caused the flood. Super powerful.
See, I would be the raindrop that would be going, this is my fault, guys. I'm so sorry.
Bravery and stupidity overlap. Yelling at me is like yelling at your watch because you're late. Get the fuck out of my face. And then she walks away from him. She tells him to get the fuck out of her face, and then she walks away. You think I like the taste of kale? Come on, I'm fucking dead inside.
No one likes kale.
I'm coming, Derek. Body slam. That was his last brave act. This super unimportant guy. I smell toast as he's dying. I'm going to build a Frankenphone. Don't nail gun the messenger. I think I'm done. Oh, wait. These are comfy as fuck. I feel that way every day when I get home and change into my fucking comfy pants. And then I'm done. Woo.
I did
Right
like
on.
that part when she was, I was like, girl.
These are comfy as fuck.
I just went, you put on somebody else's shoes and got lucky and they're the same size. And you have socks because you should have socks on. And I don't think she did.
I had to try really hard for the likes. So forgive me. And you know how this goes.
Real quick, Lindsay, did you like this movie?
You didn't
Just
hear
overall, what did you like?
No, my last notes, I'll share them now and I'll share them again. And I'll probably share them in between. So stupid.
We're in the same boat.
I was disappointed. I was so disappointed. But it wasn't a complete waste of my life because I did giggle here and there just at it was just,
oh,
okay. I laughed when he got the very beginning. I had high hopes. He got on the elevator at the beginning, excited, dressed as a 9, like he was just 10, whatever that phrase is, like a Christmas kid, super excited. He had his box. Look at it, everybody. And then 6 months later, flash forward, and he looks absolutely defeated as a human being. That made me like, I get you, dude.
aren't we all that way at our jobs?
Then I was excited again. Like I was still liking it. Little unsure about the soundtrack, but Christmas party video scene, we immediately just was like, you gonna stop being a fucking dick? Because look what I got. So the sarcasm there was awesome. I love the sarcasm that's down there. The sarcasm in the movie was probably the best part of it. The boobies on the stick figure as his answer in the boss's room was just no words needed. Her. And I liked that his paintings gave an overall comic book feeling. That was probably one of the best parts too. The actual paint. I was like, he's painting. He has nothing on his walls in his office. He's a painter. He's an artist. And then I thought he's painting his work atmosphere. That's what he paints when he's relaxing. And then I realized throughout they had this comic book feeling, and it actually brought, like, I thought that was pretty cool. The key cards for the elevator, when they were like, we got to get to her. It kind of felt like a video game, like Levels, which it was Levels.
I totally got that too. I was like, oh, because he had to find the key card.
Exactly. The layoff guy with the cane, right? I can't remember his name, but when he made that painting, he turned the cane into a scythe. I thought that was really cool because he was like, Grim Reaper of the office.
Lester comes to
and then my last, the music, finally, I liked in the dramatic stare down between the posse of the evil snake tongue lady, whatever her name, Powell, and the two of them, and it super intense, all the music, and then the phone rings and everything gets silent, and the secretary, they all pause for her to answer the phone. Cracked me up, so
he still answers the phone, like nobody else goes to answer it but the
and they all were like, oh, pause, freeze frame. So yeah, that's all I could come up with.
All right, what about you, Matt?
What about me? What?
Did you have anything you liked that you want to talk about?
I mean, not really, but I mean, I have I don't have really a dislike list. But I just want to say overall, this movie sucks. I didn't like it at all. I did not have fun watching it.
I was watching the clock.
It was a task. And I just as far as things that I liked, I mean, I like that he said thank God for coffee, because I was like, that's a man after my own heart, because coffee is life. I mean, when Derek said I don't have time when he was talking to his sister, I totally connected with that, because I'm like, there's never enough time. Nobody's got enough time. I don't have time. I don't have enough time for anything. And so I got that portion of the program. Oh, I liked his mug. I liked his mug, his coffee mug. that
It matched the secretary's outfit. Did you notice
yes,
that?
exactly. Yes. But I did like it. I was like, oh, yay. And it's because it was yellow and it's my favorite color. So what about you, Vetta?
So I related to the mug as well because I have a specific cup that I like to mix my coffee in, and that's my cup. So I connected with him on that I totally would have been like, who the fuck took my cup? Where's my cup? So I got that. I mean, again, I don't have a ton of lights. I have a few here or there. I liked when the video he filmed after killing Lester, the Reaper. And then there were the two people fucking in the background while he's recording it. And then he catches Lester on fire and everyone starts clapping.
That was Lester. I didn't even, it must have been one of those moments.
It took
I
me
didn't
a minute
realize
too.
that was Lester. I was just like, they're
minute.
letting this guy with his intestines falling out into the cart on fire.
Yeah, I thought it was it took me a minute too. I thought it was just a garbage bag at first. I was like, okay.
Well, I knew it was a person, but I was just like, okay, like
his cane was hanging off of whatever the cart.
Yeah.
It was like a mailroom.
Was it?
Cart. Yeah,
that's what gave it away for
with
me.
Lester.
I thought I was gonna get kicked out of today's session for not liking this movie.
Oh,
how do I tell them I hated this movie?
No, I also like the part where they get up into Kara, the siren's office, and they're trying to negotiate with her, and the secretary, is like, bitch, I sold you out, and kills her. And I'm like, okay, but where did the secretary go after that? Like, did she run upstairs? What was, they don't ever show what happens to her. Because
they never show what happened to her. All of a sudden, she was just there in the middle of all the chaos. Meg!
Yeah.
She can hear it through all of the chaos.
Yeah. So when Meg killed Kara and left her on the treadmill, I was like, see, that's what you get for trying to be healthy all day long. Have a Twinkie.
Right
yeah.
on.
So I had some issues with with tons of stuff. I liked the IT guy because he was, and I call it kind of bullshit. There's no way a company that big has, with 200 plus, what did the guy say, 248 billable employees. There's no way a company that big has one IT person. Fuck off. It's not.
Well, the fact, how does she feel like she's going to reach anybody in the middle of that shit anyway? He just happens to be, no one's at their desk. The IT guy, I'm going to call with confidence that he's there and I need this fixed.
Yeah, but he doesn't have the virus because he's in a room all by himself.
He had the eye.
He had the eye.
Oh,
he had the eye.
He seemed to not have it to me.
He was
a normal guy. And I also like the CDC chick, that was standing outside.
Yeah.
All 2 minutes
she
of her.
was being so you remember back in our younger years where they used to do PSAs on TV, I feel like she's the lady that's what she was doing that whole time. So
the SWAT team was pretty badass too. They were like Call of Duty style.
Yeah, when the SWAT team rolled in, I was like, "Oh shit!"
I was like, "Oh shit!" Yeah, look, that's sexy. I don't even know what they look like, but they sexy. Yeah. They had the whole remind me of one of the bombers, the super secret, awesome. What is it? Something bomber the U.S. has, the black one, it's all triangular shape. That's remind me of.
Yeah. So and the only other thing that I liked was pretty much when the movie was over.
Right on, here.
So now let's talk about our dislikes, so we can kind of
shit all the movie.
Yeah,
so cut mine down.
Yeah. Well, I just want to say something real quick at the beginning. So when he's talking about this, the first little thingy, and he's talking about that guy that got away with murder because he was underneath the what?
Neville.
Oh
Reed.
fuck! Oh my! No, the guy is that Cho?
Neville.
What's his face? Anyways,
Neville Reed's the guy in the lawsuit that got away with it.
Well, I have to say, technically, the thing was right. He was under the influence of a virus. He can't be held accountable.
He can though, because if you kill someone while you're drinking and driving, you're held accountable.
This is not.
They were holding. That was
driving.
The point. They were not holding anybody accountable under.
There was
under the ailment.
I just have to say, I was on his side.
Yeah.
And
I was on his side just because I said in notes, I can relate to Neville killing his coworker.
For sure. And I did write down that Oswald guy yelling at Jenny is a dick, but the main guy, whatever his name is,
Derek.
Glenn, he blackmailed him. That's against the law too. You can't be blackmailing.
Oh man, that was
left and right.
amazing though. That was amazing.
Well,
The opening scene is him walking through the door.
He just said, "This is what I'm going to do."
Check it out, dude.
I would just be like, I mean, if he got accused of blackmail for that, my defense would be, no, I was just informing him of what I was going to do. I was going to sell this to his wife.
For half of the settlement.
Also, I just want to say that the legalese stuff at the beginning of the movie was all super fucking boring, and it took 20 minutes for the action, over 20 minutes for the action to start. And I'm all like, when is exactly when is this shit gonna start? Because it was awful. Yeah,
I kind of went, I think I would have enjoyed something like this type of virus, taking place somewhere more public. I mean, I just kind of went in an office building. You knew there was going to be a ton of murdering when they were describing the virus. I felt like it might have been funner somewhere else because you might have seen a better range of the different emotions that the virus lets out. Because the only one you really saw doing drugs was the main boss.
I have
John.
so many things to say.
Yeah, he ate Sam because he took so much cocaine.
Here's the point. I wrote these down and I was like, nah, you're writing too much shit. None of it good. First of all. Okay. I started to get, because I crossed my notes out, like I was taking them at the beginning, like this is totally unrealistic. Even with lowered inhibition and lack of control, and people are not, it's not going to be that intense and that obnoxious. And people are just fucking in the middle of and just beating the shit out of somebody, and other people are hiding under a desk. I mean, it's just not, it was so unbelievable. Like there was just nothing you could follow. The only thing that did anything for them was just their ability to zero in on what sarcasm is. That is just so unbelievable. It was, and I was super excited. Like, okay, we're gonna see how, because why is it that the two main characters were still kind of out of it, but could control their rage, they could control all their shit, and everyone else was just completely out of control. But when it mattered, they could control themselves. But other people are sitting there, face fucking an eyeball socket, and
I don't know what to tell you about that. There's a lot that.
Well, Lester Kelp is cool.
Yeah, Lester. Remember, he had his little bonsai that he
ate his bonsai and cut it rampantly.
He murdered that bonsai tree.
But he did it in his office, and it wasn't another human being.
Oh, well, that's another thing. Like, okay, well, like, why couldn't, if this was like actual thing happening and they knew what it could do to people, come in there and like, well, okay, you can't come in there because you could get exposed. But even just a little bit of direction. Everyone go in your office, shut the door, and barricade it. Like none of that was. They just were like, "See you in 8 hours." Like, good luck. We already know what this can do, which is why you're quarantined.
Right on. Which, so the building, right? Did anybody else? Because you had mentioned that it was like 8 floors and it's like a video game. But I just want to say, the only way to get to the 8th floor, he was like, is through an elevator. I was like, isn't that a fire hazard? Like, aren't you supposed, like, legally, don't they have to have stairs?
Yeah, but they don't have to have stairs that open from the stairwell.
To
so they might have been
other
able to get into the stairwell, but they don't have to open. The only ones I think that are required to open from inside the stairwell are like the bottom floor, like the exit from the building doors. So
you have to be able to get out, not up.
Yeah, even if he got all the way through a stairwell to the penthouse level, he wouldn't be able to open the door.
Right.
Right on.
Oh, but how about
by the way, that building, they showed it a million times from the outside, was way more than 8 floors.
Yeah. How crazy was the elevator guy? Like, what kind of office has a guy that's got to give you a code when you get into the elevator to go to a different floor? You know, he got in the code, or got in there and like asked for the code to go to the siren, and then
this weird law firm.
Yeah, I was like, that really was like, I was like, that's weird that you just have a guy that sits and watches the elevator all day to give people the okay to go to a different floor.
See, they should have combined this with this movie I watched with about it was about the actual shit that went down with all the banking shit, whenever it's super serious. All the we discovered, and it's under, I'll have to show you guys, but they could have done,
yeah, because I don't know what you're talking about.
They could have gone, I'm sorry.
Like
I'm
Cake
bad with
Wars?
names. No.
So
It's a Wall Street movie.
Okay, so you know that lawyer guy that was all like a guru and shit and everything that died with a nail in the back of his head?
What was his name?
His final words were, "I smell toast."
Ewan was his name.
Yeah. Well, I just have to say I felt he was useless to me because all he gave him like the worst advice. I'm all like, it doesn't matter anyways because I feel like he wouldn't have taken it. But I would like when he died, I was like, okay, good, because I didn't feel like he was needed at all, let alone the rest of this movie.
Right.
And then when he like peed on his body, I'm all like, why are you all upset? He's dead. Like,
and how did he get him up there?
Who knows?
One of his lackeys brought him there,
probably,
I'm sure.
Probably that weird dude that's all like guns off a woolsies.
Oh, the bull?
What?
His name was the bull.
Yeah,
was
whatever.
Like Andre or something. I can't remember.
Yeah, the bullshit. Anyways. Yeah, I just I love, okay, so Lester the Reaper, I'm not gonna lie, I liked this guy.
I did too.
Yeah, because he was like no nonsense, and he was just like straight to the point. Daddy likes that. Daddy likes that a lot. And he's like thorough and shit. So I was all like, yeah, Lester, I get where you're coming from. So I'm not gonna lie, Lester, I'm on your side. You're a good employee.
I did too. When he walked in there, was like, I'm just doing my job.
And he took it out on a tree. He took his breach out on a little flat tree, and it looked great.
Oh yeah, when he came out of his office and he was like, "It's what was the line?" He goes, "Hold on, I wrote it down because I was like, oh, he goes, when they went to go kill him, he said he just comes out of his office and he goes, Wednesdays." And I was like, dude, I hear you.
Yes,
I get it. I get it. In one word, you summed up
Wednesdays.
Yeah, I feel you, my dude. I feel you.
When he said that, I just wanted to be like, he doesn't get out much, does he? Because I feel like
oh gosh, yeah. And I feel, and a small piece of me kind of felt bad for him because I'm pretty sure everybody in that office hates him. And he's like, listen, don't kill the firer, you know, because
don't nail gun the messenger.
Yeah. He's not making the decisions. He just has no heart. So he's like, I'm just gonna tell you what's doing.
Okay? He had a heart. Like he very, very lightly salted it with a little bit of, I really don't get pleasure out of this, but I've heard this enough. Just fucking sign it.
Oh yeah, because when he went in there and he's like, I bet you're on Kara's side. And he's like, Kara, I hope she dies promptly. I was like, see, this guy gets it. He gets it. I was like, employee of the month, 7 years running. So so yeah, and then
I just kind of, did you also get kind of like when all of the crazy crap started going down, I was kind of like, this is like the Purge, just with a virus. Like they just want to kill everyone and do everything. Like,
yeah, I was expecting like more fucking, but like you just got, bitches with post-its and then
everyone all of a sudden, no one had any greed, no one had any lust. No one had.
You got Oswald.
What sense does it make to put your makeup on like a clown?
Yeah, exactly. Because I'm all like,
that, is that your lowered inhibitions make you drool over your face?
Exactly. Exactly. Like,
and then she's looking at it like, look great.
Yeah, exactly. It was just, that part made no sense. Like, I'm all like,
if it was a man, maybe. Kinda.
Yeah, that would actually make more sense than the woman doing it because I mean, don't ladies like, isn't putting on makeup such a task every day? You're just like, oh, again, all right, everything. I did back to when he was getting fired. I just want to say, okay, so first off, was anybody else interested in what his severance package was?
Dude, I was like, you're a fucking moron.
Because when
hate
he was
your
like,
life.
yeah, well, he put it down. I was like, well,
I'm gonna do what's right.
Yeah, what's the number? I was like, because if the number is like, I don't know, 8 figures, that sounds right to me.
The way he presented it, and he was a no bullshit guy, this Kane Scythe man, HR dude. He's no bullshit. Sign it and get rich.
Right on. Go ahead.
Yeah. No,
Oh.
that was it.
Well, what would you guys have signed the contract?
Fuck yes. To get out of that
what
ship.
amount? For what amount?
Well, how much? See, that's tricky because how much is he making currently?
Oh, does that? I mean, probably 6 figures.
That
at
matters.
least. Probably 6 figures. So it was probably more than 6 figures.
I'm gonna go with. I would say if it was $5 million, I would negotiate for 10. If it was 10 or more,
there you go.
Like sign it.
Same brain.
Yeah, for sure. I would have done it because my whole thing is he was worried about being disbarred, and I've been like, that's enough money that I could just, find something else to do.
Right on.
Like, yeah, if you have that.
But I also know if he signed it, because he makes the phone call to the company, Vandercorp. He calls them their CEO and has the whole conversation and gets him the documents. Which, how did he get him the document about that? I want to know. But anyway,
from the basement with the magic box.
Right. I go, he still could have done that. And they wouldn't have had a clue. So he could have signed the severance package, got his money, and then just coincidentally, sent that over in the same way, just not call them directly. So I go, he should have signed. It would have made the movie a lot shorter.
Yeah, which is their problem, I think.
Right on. Real quick, since you guys mentioned the basement, when he's in the basement and he sees Samara weaving, were any of you completely grossed out that they just kept spitting on each other? Like I was like, I would have
like spit fight. Yeah. I want to get a spit fight.
I was so grossed out. Like I was just like, this is disgusting.
I was more grossed out by the rubbing of their eyes and irritating the blood vessels to make it even. And then they were doing close-ups of the eyeball. Yeah, that grossed me out more than the spit fight.
The touching of the eye grossed me out because then I'm like, oh guys, it's like pink eye. Don't touch it. Don't touch it.
Right on. Yeah.
Don't grab it.
And then I wrote this down. I don't know why, but I just wrote down, Brenda, this fucking phone doesn't work. What was that?
I did too. Okay.
Oh, after he smashes it. He smashes it.
Smashes it with the golf.
Yes. Wait. Mm-hmm. Wait. Oh, it's right here.
Yeah, you wait.
No, you wait. Sorry. I get excited and I don't drink liquor. And I had
you can file that under end for not my fucking problem.
You know what, motherfucker? I thought that was amazing that he used that shit against the other guy. He was just taking quotes from all these people.
Yeah. I did like that. I was like, that's funny. Sorry. Yeah. Can we go back to Ray and that whole scene?
Ray?
Yeah, Ray, the IT guy.
Okay, Ray. I didn't memorize names. I'll try.
I only did because I wrote it down. I don't remember Samara Weaving's character.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, Vetta's the name person. Like I don't remember the 2 main characters' names except for Glenn. I call him Glenn.
Yeah, he's Glenn.
I wrote down. I love Ray. He's my favorite character in this whole movie. This should have just been about
Lynn,
Ray.
I think was Samara.
Life of an IT guy.
Yeah, because he was like, I love how he was just like pull up that file, see where it says install, and she just like hangs up on him because he's.
I have a point to that.
Go.
He did, and she didn't know, right? And he just went on about how she's such a fucking idiot. And then I don't even need to look at my notes. Then, okay, they get up there. Or they don't even get up there, something, and then within less than 5 seconds, I don't even remember what happened. She knew her hard drive was fucking completely deleted. She has no idea about computers, no idea how to install a simple software update, but he erases her hard drive and she knows within less than 5 seconds exactly what happened to her computer.
Yeah. None of this movie makes sense because, like,
No.
when she goes to negotiate, and like you said, I think it was you, like the fight sequences suck in this movie because it's like I don't know, man. I didn't like it.
Or if you go back to the siren with the fight, it's 2 against what the siren had. Like there was Meg and like 6 other people or 4 other.
And they
people.
were all in a kind of uniform. They all had white shirts on.
Yeah, I wrote down. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Well, I wrote down her little goons look like an emo version of Mad Max. Like
Thank
I'm all
you.
like, what's going on here? Nobody else in this entire movie is dressed up like you people, except for you people.
It's the same problem we have with every movie with fight scenes. They go one-on-one. They outnumber them. You know what? There was 2 to 6 or 2 to 8, whatever the numbers were. Yet they each go running at them one at a time.
Exactly. Come on. He had a hole in his hand.
Yeah.
He had been pepper sprayed.
Then finally,
his already almost closed Chinese eye was closed even further. I could say that I'm Chinese.
Yeah, right on. And even if you weren't, I don't care.
It's so unrealistic. It was just like, I was like, but obviously they're into this kind of thing. I got to try to make the best of it. That's what I was doing the whole time. I was like, make the best of it.
You, that's how you were. Cause I was just like, I
felt so guilty.
I was like,
I was like, oh my God, they're never going to have me on again.
And I just want to say one more thing about, okay. So you had mentioned his paintings before. I thought his paintings were at best mediocre. I was all like, he's no fucking Van Gogh and shit.
No, but it was cool the way they just kind of clipped him in there, like a quick flash. Along with the sequences of the movie, it made it feel comic booky.
Well, because he was narrating as he went along, and I think, I think the painting was like his version of therapy.
I think they robbed Glenn, the real guy, whatever his name is, of what he's actually capable of.
I should start painting because I need therapy after this fucking movie.
All right. So do you guys have anything else you want to say?
The only thing I have to say about this is that they dropped the ball on this one. They dropped the ball. They defecated on the ball. And then they sodomized the ball.
Yes. Way to go. You actually did it. You actually did it. That's awesome. Pick a quote from the movie and totally describe the movie with its own quote.
Vetta, do you have anything else you want to say?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Why did the top level people, even though they had the virus, you could see their eyeball, why were they unaffected and under control throughout the entire movie? And when everybody else
clearly wanted to kill the John guy, which they all could have ganged up together and
right? They were completely under control. They didn't have blood on them. Nobody was fucking. Nobody was.
Yeah, I don't have answers for you, and I don't think this movie or the writer has answers for you. I don't think.
If the writer could mail me my 2 hours back for this movie, I would appreciate it.
Do we know who produced or directed this movie? Like, who's responsible?
We do know who directed this movie. It was Ray, the IT guy.
Are you kidding?
No, I looked it up because yeah.
So it's like an M. Night Shyamalan kind of thing, set in the basement, super like
maybe, yeah. He plays. I think he plays a character in every movie but his name is Joe Lynch because I looked it up before. I wrote it down in my notes. So
this was his idea.
No, he did not write it. He did not.
Who wrote it? That's what I meant.
Oh, it was
nobody important.
No, Matthias Caruso.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's done nothing of substance for a while.
He's probably on acid, I think.
Yeah, everything that he's written is either
or cocaine. It's probably cocaine in the mix.
It might be.
You know.
So
all right. Well, if you guys have nothing else to say about this movie, we are going to move on to our next segment, our questions. Lindsay, what is your question?
Okay. If you can wrap your brain around this, the way I worded it, do you think this concept had any potential to be good if they took it in a different direction, considering other good virus movies?
Yes.
No.
You don't think so?
No.
The concept of what they created,
No.
like the
I think the virus that does what it brings out in you.
like
Yeah.
think about world leaders who are
No.
affected, who have the ability to push that launch button.
Yeah, I think
The tenseness that you could feel if it was done right, if it was done in a completely different manner with the same concept.
I think you're giving these writers a lot of credit.
comedy.
I was just trying to find any imagination of my own in there. Just,
I
Because
think
could've been
they
good.
added some comedy to it, because like Shaun of the Dead, it's a great zombie movie, but it adds a twist of, comedy and silliness to it that I love. So I think if they would have taken a different route, maybe, or a different
It's just
location.
chaos,
I don't like,
yeah.
I mean, the office.
Okay, put that virus in Trump.
I
my God.
still
When he was president and had the
still
access
don't-
codes to the suitcase.
I still don't.
He
I
has a
still
red
don't
eye
think
and
it
a
would have been
floppy
good.
hair hat.
I
What do we
don't
do?
know. I don't know. I still don't think it would have been good. But this movie was just so bad. I hated this movie, so I don't.
All right. Well, that was my question. The concept, makes you act irrationally.
Right on.
All right, Matt, what was your question?
So my question for you guys is, what are your top 3 bands? Which real quick, I just want to say real quick. So since my co-host here, so I sent her my question for this and she was all like, what does this have to do with the movie? And I'm all like, hey, fucker.
Because they were talking about bands
It's in the movie.
Top 3 bands. Go.
Only 3?
Only 3. That's the rules.
All right.
And it sparks
Yeah.
a Dave Matthews Band conversation.
I got it. And by the way, I did write that down, but I didn't say it out loud earlier. Just for the record, I love Dave Matthews Band, and I always have.
Me too. But didn't everybody back then when they first came out? Because everybody's like, oh,
But I
love
still love it. It brings something out in like the middle of my chest when I hear it. Like back then, like driving to the beach, that's what we listened to.
Mhm.
Being at the beach house, that's what we listened to as kids. I just grew up on it. I don't know. It feels good.
Right on. All right. So Lindsay,
Yeah, go
what
ahead.
are your
Lindsay.
top 3? Go.
Toad the Wet Sprocket. Love them.
Gotcha.
Walk on the Ocean. Great song. Stick Figure
Nice.
and Van Morrison.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't know.
You
what
can't
that
pick a
is.
top 3. I know he's like top 3. That's the real. There's no fucking way. It depends. What mood am I in? Ask me that. When I'm in this mood, that mood, it'll be different.
Vetta, what are your 3 bands?
So mine are a little different because mine aren't all like full bands. So the Veronicas, Britney Spears.
Oh, I love
What the
Britney.
fuck?
I love Britney.
You love her or her music?
I love her music.
Both.
I'm all about Free Britney. She is
Free
very
Britney, yeah.
entertaining all around. I mean, she's
Well,
already
if that's
She just
allowed,
wants to
then
have a
Hanson. I would have
baby.
chose Hanson. Bop.
I love Hanson.
I know.
And Vetta, what's your 3rd?
Hello.
What's your 3rd? What?
Who?
Hello.
J-Lo?
Marshmallow.
Marshmallow. The DJ? Oh, he's not even.
I've seen him live 23 times.
I'm not judging.
I've
That's
never
your-
been to
that's
a
your jam.
concert.
You're totally judging me.
I know. Listen, I'm not judging. If that's your jam, I don't
But
get
isn't it different if you see
That's-
them in action?
No,
Like
I mean,
even Glenn asked, "Well, have you seen them live?"
Yeah.
maybe, but I just don't get that whole thing, that lifestyle.
And EDM at all.
Yeah, I don't understand it. But it's your thing. There's no judgment. If that's your jam, that's your jam. All right. Well, mine are totally different from you guys. My Beatles, number 1, always and
I
forever.
almost put Beatles.
Rolling Stones.
Oh, yeah.
probably my number 2 or number 3. They fight always and forever. And then Guns N' Roses. I love Guns N' Roses. They're
Yeah.
so good.
See, that's the thing. You just cannot pick. There's no such thing as my favorite bands. It's
No, because
The
you
Beatles.
went oldies. If I went oldies, then I want to add rock
God.
to
It's
mine.
like right.
Thanks. I disagree. The Beatles are my favorite band. They always have been. I could listen to them all day, every day. They're so good. So good. I know
No.
some people don't understand the
No, I
Beatles,
totally get it.
but
I
you're not
can listen to them all day. A
sophisticated.
song here or there, like I'm fine with, but all day, every day, I had been like, can somebody change the fucking tune?
That's when you would have been like, is this the real life? Is this my life?
Mm,
Exactly.
right on. All right, Vetta, what's your question?
So my question is, since this clearly is none of our favorite virus movie, what is your favorite virus movie?
Lindsay, you go first.
Okay, I did a thing.
No.
I thought of a movie. It's not really okay. It's kind of a virus, but it's really an alien. So I backed it up with my actual favorite virus movie. But the first thing that came to my mind was Dreamcatcher.
Oh,
Because the way they displayed the alien was by like a virus type, Okay, but anyway, to answer your question, Cargo was awesome.
Nice. Yeah, I like
And
that
if you're
one.
asking about the book and not a movie, The Stand by Stephen King. I couldn't decide. I had to put them all.
Right
That's
on.
okay.
I've never seen Cargo.
What?
Well, isn't that new? Didn't that come out like last
No.
year?
No,
It was a couple. It's good.
yeah,
You
it was
gotta watch it.
pre-pandemic.
Is that the Hobbit guy?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. Martin Freeman.
Gotcha.
And he
yeah.
did it was
Frodo.
phenomenal, and it was heart-wrenching and interesting, captivating. I mean, it just
Bilbo.
kept you gotta watch it. Yeah.
It came out the same year as this movie. Yay. Year for
Oh,
That's why we
virus.
never heard of
that
this
one
movie.
instead.
How
All
did you
right.
even find this movie anyway?
Well, mine was 28 days later.
Oh, I love that movie.
Yeah, I just like they get red eyes too, but
28 weeks later?
28
days.
That's the first one. 28
one.
weeks is the sequel.
Okay.
Yeah, weeks isn't very good, but days is
No.
good. It was I love that
Yeah.
movie.
28
I can't
weeks
remember it.
later,
I'll
when
have to
that
watch it
happened, but They
again.
let stupid kids be
Yeah,
involved.
Jillian Murphy in it. That little sexy beast. Love it. And he meets the chick from the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. And they're all like machete and zombie people. Well, they're
Machete-ing?
not zombies. Machete and
Shitty and zombies.
yeah.
That'd be a better movie than this, and you haven't even written
Yeah.
it out.
for sure.
We could make it right now. Just the three of us. Let's go.
Just talk it through. Yep.
Better, what's your movie?
So my favorite movie, and this one is more of like, it has like sentimental reasons why, and when I name it, I'll explain. But I went with The Crazies.
I've not seen that.
Because,
I've not seen that.
So there's the remake version or the original like 1964 version. They're both really good, I think.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
Is it zombies or?
No, they're not zombie. Better explain. Go give your explanation.
They get rage, like a plane crashes with some like bioweapon or barrel.
So rage, but believable rage.
Right.
Kind of like what we just watched, but believable.
System in Iowa and everything. And the only reason I say that this one I picked is because I watched this with my 14-year-old, and when it starts, so my 14-year-old and I went on a road trip one time to Iowa, and she just kept asking the whole trip, why is there nothing but cornfields and baseball fields everywhere? Well, when this movie opens up, it shows a cornfield and leads up to a baseball field. And she goes, is this in Iowa? And then 2 seconds later, it says Iowa.
So I understand this sentiment. That's awesome.
Yeah. So we have like a little, something for it. And I thought, they could have done so much more. Like that movie could have had so much more. It could have been a franchise if they would have put time and effort into it.
Right on. I mean, I don't agree, but okay, whatever.
Have you seen both versions? Because they're both.
Yes, I've seen both versions.
I don't really
The original.
Maybe you should go watch the old man version again first.
No, the older version is slightly better, but it's still bad.
I'm kidding.
It's
I have to watch
fine.
it now because you said though.
Don't
But
do
you
it.
know, I came across when I was like looking for ideas because I knew I'm really bad with like remembering names. So I was like, well, okay, what's my favorite virus movie? God, there's so many. And I Am Legend was on my list, but then I found some Contagion I've not seen. Looks really good.
Oh, great. Well, you can
Contagion.
listen to our first episode of this season where we reviewing it.
Yeah.
Are
We will
you
be-
calling me out for not listening to the first episode of the season?
No. So real quick, the budget for this was 2.5 million, and
Get the fuck out.
yeah, I know, right? And the box office, it only made 17,366.
Ah!
So it didn't make that
Phil,
money.
Poor Glenn. He's good.
Is he
That
though?
sucks. He is.
Is
Have
he
you
though?
seen Walking Dead? He really has.
Is he though?
He's talented. I don't know. I love Glenn.
That's cool. Hey, listen, I don't diss anybody for liking what they like. I just I hate
Sounds
everything.
like you're dissing me, like, but on the down low.
No, I hate everything, so it's fine. All right, you want to
You
wrap
just
this
finished
up?
the rest of that glowing Slimer drink, and
Yeah.
you'll love everything. I promise you. I think.
Jealous.
Yeah, a little. It looks super crispy, like refreshing.
It is delicious. I wanted you have to top it off with an energy drink, but I was like, I just
See, you
topped it
guys
off-
are way more beer is what I know.
well,
And to mix a drink, 2 ingredients. Like
I don't like. I
Coke
just
and-
did Mountain Dew because it was green.
You guys
Put in
have
there.
anything else you'd like to say about this movie or anything else for that?
don't do it. Don't waste
do
it. Don't
It's
waste your
not-
life. You have so many breaths to take, and you could do those with like great memories. Don't
Yeah,
do
and
this.
go watch a movie that's good. I promise you. There's a lot of them out there. This is not one of them.
Nope.
Alrighty. So thank you guys so much for listening. Follow us on Twitter at BS Drunk Pod to stay updated. We will also be posting this video to our YouTube channel. So be sure to subscribe to us at YouTube BS Drunk Movie Reviews. And don't forget to drink, recap, review, and repeat. Thanks, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.